What is going on, everyone? Kayla here, back again, and we are once again talking about metaphor. Now, obviously I've made videos on this countless times, and what I wanted to talk about is how it has already been a whole year since this game has come out. Now, since that time, in that year, I have realized that this game is actually maybe better than I even gave it credit for then, to be honest with you. Um, and the reason I think that is because after replaying the whole game again for this video, I was like realizing when I was playing it that I'm like, wait a minute, I love Persona 3, I love Persona 4 and 5. But I'm like, okay, this game's not as good as those or something or whatever, right? But it turns out, actually, I think I actually do like Metaphor more than I did those games playing it back. Like the social links, the way you go about uh the main quests and like requests you can do in dungeons and everything like that is just really fun. Um and I prefer the method of the story progression as well. It's like you're on a road trip essentially. This is probably not the best save for this. Let me load a different one. You're like on a road trip kind of to become the king of Uchronia, the UK. Which is really cool. And there's all these locations that you get to explore doing that, and I'm going to show you here. Go on the world map. This is all of them in the game, and they're all like really sizable areas, and you all travel to them during the game, and they all have different like story reasons why you're there. They all have their own main dungeon area, and my favorite is probably in Port Brialhaven. I don't want to like super spoily, but here you get to go on Luis's Gauntlet Runner as the dungeon, and it's really, really fun. It very much reminds me of the palace designs in Persona 5. It has like a little mini puzzle type of thing, and it also has, how do I say this? I don't know, good game focus on gameplay. Like, there's gameplay opportunities in which you can both, like, you can make the game more challenging by fighting the enemy, or you can do a thing that makes the enemy easier, like player choice, which is a really good thing in this game. That not only makes it easier, but it's like you can choose to do that to make the boss easier, or you can choose not to make it more challenging. But there's like a trade-off to doing it, and for some reason also, this game does not really run that well on my 3050. There's like a performance degradation. I don't know if this was just the Microsoft Store version, but the later I got into the game, the more the FPS on PC really fell off. On the 3060 it was fine, but yeah, the bottom of the game, it's like the GPU utilization was only 40%, so there's clearly an error. There's something wrong with the game, at least for Windows. I don't know if it was like that on Steam, but just something I thought I'd mention. But on console, it has a kind of a weird frame rate. It's kind of variable. I think the best way to play the game on Series X or PS5 is on a VRR display, and you won't really notice these things. It looks good, it plays well. And for the most part on PC it does. I think if you have a more powerful PC, you'll just blaze through the problems. They won't even occur to you. But just letting you know, if you're on a 3060 at 1440p, it's fine for the majority of the game, but then for some reason near the end of the game, in the last couple months, the performance just like, it gets stuck in the 40s because the GPU utilization gets really low. But anyway, unrelated. Well, kind of related, but gameplay related. As you can see, when you're in battle, there's the front row, which increases your physical attack, but you're more vulnerable, so your defense is down. But if you go in the back row, your defense is up, but your melee attack isn't good. So all the archetypes, which are like your quote-unquote personas of this game, just to make it easier to understand, have different physical and magical attacks. So depending on your archetype, it might be better to stick in the front, like with Stroll here. He's a physical attacker, so he's going to do more damage in the front. Whereas someone like Juna here, you're going to want in back because she does more magic focused attacks. So you want that higher defense since you can do damage from further away. That's the strategy there. You kind of want a mix of both of those to have your best chance at winning. So different archetypes can be learned by everyone. They all go from rank 1 to 20. Whatever you want to do is completely up to you. How you build your character, like you can allocate like SMT into magic or into your strength stat or your health. whatever you want to do. Like, the player freedom in this game is somehow, I feel like, even stronger than it was in Persona. I don't know if it's to the same degree as SMT, because you can build however you want. If anything, it's like the same level as SMT. It's very similar to that, where you can build the character you want, the way you want to do it. So as you can see here, all these different archetypes you learn through the follower links, which are your social links of this game. And the one I was learning on the save file was the healer, and there's 3 stages. So you unlock it from the first rank of your follower link, then you unlock another one, and then you unlock the last one by finishing said follower link, as you can see on the right side of the screen there. Now, all of these archetypes go to rank 20, and when you get them to rank 20, it buffs like your overall stats, no matter what archetype you are. So if you keep getting all these things to rank 20, you're going to keep further increasing each of your stats, regardless of which archetype you decide to stick to. So it's good to just learn them, even if you don't want to necessarily use them for whatever reason. And then every time you get a new archetype, it has different skills. So if you want to keep the skills that you had from your last one, you can do that through skill inheritance, and you can have a crazy combo of both passive skills to help you, and then also skills that further increase like their higher light damage. Let's say you wanted a really high light damage, but you wanted to play as a gunner with pierce damage, you could do that. You could just inherit that skill, and then you got both of them. So if you learn both, you have advantages from both. You have the stat advantages of both. And then later on in the game, each player character will get their own like royal archetype. So if you learn specific archetypes that like you're kind of gonna do in the game anyway, because each follower link you gain more for those specific ones on that character, and I encourage you to do specific ones. That will unlock the one where the circle is on the screen here to get the royal archetype, which is their strongest one, which is the one you want to go for. But yeah, just like progressing the archetypes I think is really fun, and I think it's really cool how it's not just the player character who gets that, but also the party members that would normally in Persona only have like one persona unless it's the older ones. Where they can also experiment, and they kind of have their own, and they have special advantages using the ones they were using. But yeah, I mean, that's the main gameplay, and it's just really, really fun, really in-depth. But the fact that you can do all that, but then also in this game, we have real-time combat. So, think Persona 5 Strikers combined with Persona 5 Regular, and I can slash them in the overworld, and then I can also dodge. But if you wanted to fight in real time at any time, it's just because these enemies are a lot weaker than me, I'm able to just real time slash them away. And it's like no grind required. And if you know me, I hate grinding. So this game allows you to just over level yourself, and then you can just keep grinding by killing them in the overworld, and then it's not annoying because you don't have to go through a bunch of turns, take a bunch of damage, none of that. You just boom, boom. You can dodge if you need to, you can sprint around. I mean, it's just another way of making the gameplay more entertaining. Like, especially having both is really, really cool. See, this one's weak enough, so now I can one-shot it. Before, I would have to fight in turn-based. Or, if they're higher level than you and you have to fight them in turn-based, you can also strike them first, and then go into the squad format, and then you'll have an advantage. Which is also another thing. It's like, if you want to play it this way but have an advantage, you can. If you want to play it a different way, you can just play it that different way. It's like up to you how you do it. Like I said, player freedom and like playing the game how you want to play it, I think goes a really long way to making this game as good as it is, and why I like it so much is because of those reasons that I mentioned. But yeah, overall, the press turn system I definitely prefer over the one more system in Persona. I just think it's more, I don't know, tactical, interesting. It's more punishing, but also more rewarding. It's like a good trade-off between the two. But yeah, overall, I think I mentioned most of the things I wanted to mention. I mean, the characters are amazing. The follower links are the best Atlus has ever made. And when I say that, I mean like the social links in Persona 3, which I think are top tier. These either match or succeed them, that's how good they are. The story in this game is absolutely my favorite of... I know I keep comparing it, but it's just a good way to like measure how good it is. I just realized my performance is bad because I was running on battery and I'm playing on my stupid laptop like an idiot. Anyway, that's the reason why it's bad. It's still bad later in the game, it's not because of that. It's a separate issue, but... Anyway, characters are awesome, story is awesome, gameplay is awesome. It's an awesome game if you combine all of those things together. I think it's Atlus's best game they've ever made. I do think it's better than any Persona or SMT game. I still love Persona 3, SMT 5, and this game. I just think if I had to choose one, it would be this one. And 1 year later, I think I'm realizing that I actually like this game a lot more than I initially let on because of everything. I just think it's a really good game. So, with all that being said, 1 year later, how do I feel? I actually feel, like I summarized stuff, I feel better about the game. I like it more than I did before. Like I said, all aspects of the game that I mentioned that were good are, I feel like, even better now coming back to it. Ever replaying all those other games and comparing it to this, I think this is the best. So let me know what you think of Metaphor 1 year later, if you've played it, if you still haven't played it, if you want a DLC for it or re-release or whatever. Let me know what you think. And I think that's everything I wanted to mention. Save, subscribe if you want to see more videos like this, because I always make videos on Atlus games, and leave a like if you like metaphors. So, with all that being said, I will catch you in the next video. Goodbye.